Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and we are going to get to some replays today. I have so many of those to show you guys, but first, a message from Toshio Thunder. You ever get in one of those matches? One of those matches like this one? You've got an aggressive, air quotes, fighter high above you, waiting to boom and zoom and outturn you. You have four boom and zoom aircraft and 2 turn fighters above you in altitude. You're just about on even footing with them, and you're one of 2 fighters. Oh, sorry, a fighter and an attacker that are at their altitude. It's one of those matches. You know what I'm talking about already, don't you? One where you lose faith in humanity. One where you question the motivations and intelligence of your team. In fact, it's easy to think that this match is an instant loss. If this was chess, the game would be over, for all intents and purposes. But as much as I talk about War Thunder chess, there's a little bit more to the game. And that just means, instead of getting upset, maybe it is appropriate to get a little bit upset, but also to change your strategy, to play in a suicidally aggressive way, but also to keep in mind what's going to work and what won't. We're not able to pop up after that BF-109. He knows he has the energy advantage over us, and all the cards are in his hands. He's playing very carefully, and so we're playing as aggressively as possible within reason. So we're going to extend away from the furball of high-altitude enemy fighters, all of which are capable of outmaneuvering us at all altitudes. This is the J21A1, after all. We're great in a straight line, we're competitive in a head-on, and that's about it. Otherwise, we need an altitude advantage, and we definitely don't have that. Are we going to turn with this BF-109? Absolutely not. He was at low altitude. He's now at as low energy a BF-109 is. He's running stealth belts. We're putting him in the energy trap, and he's still so capable in vertical maneuvers that he almost takes us down, even in this perfect setup for a hammerhead. His nose is just starting to dip as we come in and finish him off. It doesn't get any better than that, doesn't get any closer than that. So we've picked up a kill, which is already more than I expected out of a setup like this, and we've traded... Here's some water, baby, come get it. We've traded all of our altitude for that advantage over the BF-109, and you can see how quickly the J21 spends that advantage. You can dive and gain a speed advantage, but you're not going to maintain an energy advantage in a maneuvering fight against BF-109s for long. Key 43s and Japanese aircraft, Soviet aircraft, forget about it. They'll just outturn you if they play their cards right. But as much as we are damaged now and heavily outnumbered with the vast majority of the enemy team above us, we do have one card left to play, and that's firepower. Look at this, spray and pray, spray and pray. And with its relatively light airframe, we're able to prop hang for just long enough to get a crit set of fire on that D4 that's been dogging us this whole time. And I gotta say, that felt like a real accomplishment. Now, he's already put out the fire, and it looks like he's heavily leaking oil from his engine, but that's not enough to kill his engine power to the point that he won't be able to catch us. Now, we're straight line speeding at around 300, but we see Tracer coming in, and the only thing that can save us at this point is if he either doesn't have enough gumption or enough ammo to follow up with that attack run, and one or the other, that that worked out for us, but that doesn't save us. Now we have an enterprising BF-109 on our tail again. He has all of the advantages in terms of energy. This is our one and only chance to take him down. We have to commit to a head-on critical hit, but we need to take him out of the fight, and we do. Yet it costs us. Our engine took a hit or two, and our rear stabilizer is also in trouble, but we made it through, and that's all we can do in this fight. But picking up a couple of kills and turning away another high efficiency air quotes Japanese bomber or is it an attacker? I'm not quite sure which, but that's enough. And now we're managing to make it back to the airfield, and this is the point where the match is going to turn around for my team. I didn't record the rest of it because I didn't really end up accomplishing anything after this point, but all of those allied fighters that you saw down at low altitude actually ended up climbing to about 2K and engaging with the enemy team and taking down all but 2 enemy aircraft by the time I had repaired and rearmed. So that was a surprising turn of events in a match where it looked like I wasn't going to be able to accomplish anything. I changed up my playstyle, I kept a cool head even though I was frustrated, and I managed to pull through. And it's a bunch of little things coming together that can turn around a match like that. And you know what? The same thing can happen in life. So I hope you all enjoyed that little life lesson from Toshio Thunder. Now we're getting into the replays, and starting off strong with T-3457. I think that may be the premium version in the hands of Mocha Clan's RosehipSan. So, Rosehip once again showing us the way, starting off with a nice engine shot into an M10, which is a death sentence. The turret handling on the turret traverse on M10 is so slow. You can maybe hear Tank Baby chuckling in the background. She knows when she smells blood in the water. Another shot into another M10, this time Achilles takes him down in a single shot. The crew compartment rather open and exposed in all of the M10 models, and definitely one of its weaknesses in terms of protection. Frontally, the tank destroyer is not terrible, but we're just about to get there. It is. I think that's the third fire on that trapped enemy M10, which will eventually give RosehipSan his second kill. What's next? Coming around now at the spearhead, at the front of the team as the enemy tries to capture the A point, RosehipSan is going to try and cut them off at the pass, as it were, with an enemy ram already taken down and a couple of enemy tank destroyers. Sorry about that, had to go get some water for my toddler. Daddy, you go get a cup. Daddy, you go get it. Okay. She's busy watching Ryan's toy reviews. Who am I to stop her? Little junior YouTuber in the making. Anyway, more evil laughter as another M10 goes down. RosehipSan enjoying that point and click playstyle of the T-3457. It certainly faces a plethora of vehicles that can punch right through its armor as well. But play your cards right in this deadly Soviet medium tank, and you have yourselves a vehicle that can really make a huge difference in any battle. And finally getting that beautiful shot into the ammo after taking down the transmission and turret crew of the Churchill, showing that being aware of all areas of enemy advance, tactical awareness is essential in a battle like this. That Churchill had a chance to notice that his ally off to his side got taken down, but instead he pushed out into the open and got sent back to the vehicle select screen, if not the hangar. That is a lesson that I have myself learned many times. You gotta pay attention every time an ally gets taken down. I have this habit now of checking the kill feed to see what killed him, and then checking the map real quick to see where he was likely to have been attacked from. And I tend to assume that allies, unless they're getting killed by something with a big old derp gun, I assume that they're getting taken down from the side. So I really get sensitive about my flanks. I can feel my little hammies tingle. My little flabby, what are they called? Love handles? Man, you ever get like jabbed hard in the flab? It hurts, man. So you want to protect your flanks, and that means tactical awareness. Checking that map, figuring out what's going on, and taking your best guess. And the more you play the game, the more you'll get a feel for predicting where the enemy's going to be. Another thing you can do is turn up that volume. We can hear a tank moving off to RosehipSan's left, and there he is, appearing around the corner. A cast hull M4 Sherman. He's going to have no advantages when it comes to armor protection against the T-34, and he's completely oblivious. I thought for sure that he saw a Rosehip, but he did not respond, as though he did, pushing out to offer up his body to Senpai for another victim on the Weeb throne. Also, great time to appreciate the lovely decals that RosehipSan has on his vehicle. And now, I keep saying his. I don't know. I'm assuming gender here. As you do. It's a pretty safe bet, though. I think there's more trannies that play War Thunder than there are actual females. It's just a masculine game. It's a very manly game, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. And if you happen to be a lady player of the game or a lady watcher of the channel, feel free to correct me and let me know that you exist. After all, I do say, welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, so there is an assumption that a certain small percentage of you will be ladies. Anyway, I'm not sure what that means with regard to what's going on now, other than RosehipSan is getting that dank flank on the enemy team, as he's continued to do for this entire match. Now he's flanked so hard that he has to turn back toward the center to chase down enemies, if that's what he feels like doing, and he's at the point where this is a perfect opportunity to lie in wait for enemy vehicles as they come out of the spawn, but that is not at all what RosehipSan ends up doing. Checking out a KV. Is that a DEKV? Is that a British one? Or sorry, no, yes. I'm so confused. I keep thinking USSR is the bad guys. No, that's an Allied KV because he's playing as the Russians, you dummy. Anyway, looks like my toddler is off to go do science with the rest of the water that she didn't sip, which is entirely reasonable. I just put the, the second toddler. She's 1 now, and she's totally not a baby anymore. But baby Zoe, I just sent to the crib with a warm bottle to fall asleep. She just pulled the dollhouse down on top of herself, so I gotta see about securing that. But it's a really lightweight plastic one, so she was fine. She was just a little bit shook, and she learned a valuable lesson about gravity today. But she's completely fine. Thanks for asking. And I wish I could say the same for the crew of that cast hull M4 Sherman. As effective as the armor can sometimes be from the front, especially in regard to the turret and around the mantlet, the cast hull Sherman is fairly useless against those side shots. And once you take down the engine, of course, there's no place for them to go. The incredible high velocity, that 57mm cannon coming through, and an oblivious Sherman. No. Is that a Soviet Sherman? Okay, yes. A Soviet Sherman. You see something new every day. Chinese. Ah, yes. It's the Wish.com Sherman. Of course, so many things changing in the game of War Thunder, and RosehipSan picking up a great amount of kills in that match with a great vehicle. It really is just sort of a high-velocity Panzer IV, but don't take my word for it. FlareXGamer, another man of culture, as you can see, checking out his surroundings in IS2. You can see we've already captured a zone, gotten a couple of assists, but things are going to heat up from here. And this is an older replay, so you might see some bugginess with regard to the video. I apologize for that. That's just one of those things that I worked out, and I figured out the problem already. But I don't want to throw away all of the videos that I recorded back in the days when it wasn't the War Thunder servers that were crapping out. It was just everything else. Now, of course, we're in different days at the time of this video, and the War Thunder servers are having some serious, I don't know what to call it, but they're dropping data like crazy, and the game will be rubber banding and freezing, little micro freezes, and rounds disappearing, and tanks not rendering and then popping in. It's quality stuff, I tell you, but that's just the way things are. And as much as things change in the game of War Thunder, they still kind of stay the same. So I have noticed we're hearing someone else's audio. That's an old replay bug that's still with us. And also, yes, door shut.
Door shut.
Door shut. Very good, baby. Yes. Yes, my toddler, very hot. Okay, don't touch. My toddler is cooking something on her little plastic kitchen set, and I am not to touch. It's very hot. It's very dangerous. Now she's got some food from me. It's a crumpled up napkin that was thoroughly soaked in water, and nothing yet from FlareX, as he got a round that just sort of disappeared into the booty of that, what was that, an American medium, maybe an M46, not quite sure. No, indeed, it was. Maybe an M40, yeah, I think M46. But a round into the back of the turret blows up everything in that beautifully satisfactory way that the Russian 122 does. Yes, very hot, baby. Don't touch. You are so adorable today. You got those curly curlies, those bright blue eyes. I love you. And you're cooking. Another round that fails to sizzle. I'm not quite sure what was going on there, whether it was spawn protection. Where is he looking? Yeah, probably spawn protection, because that round just passed right through the enemy tank. And he gets... Oh! It's that guy! It's that guy! The British tank destroyer bunker, the Tortoise. Now, looking for the weak spot, aiming maybe for the turret? Let's see. Yes, indeed, he goes for the turret and manages to take down the remainder of the crew. I wanted to talk a little bit about IS-6. I did get a bit distracted with my precious daughter doing cute stuff, which is definitely well worth sharing. But a hold down IS-6, that's not something you see all that often. And how about that map design, lads and ladies, where you have this beautiful hold down position that has eyes on both enemy spawns. It's like Gaijin wants us to spawn camp. Add to that both spawn points have eyes on the majority of the capture zones in this map, and you're looking at what is, in technical terms, in terms of map design, called complete and utter bullshit. But bullshit map design aside, that's the way things have been going in War Thunder since time immemorial, and I will keep on saying it. The spawn camping issue is a map design. Yeah, don't touch, baby. Very hot. Much too hot to touch. Guppy cooking. The spawn camping issue is a map design issue, and I encourage every single one of you, each and every one of you, if you want to end spawn camping in this game, the best way to build community awareness of the map design issue is to exploit it. So go and spawn camp everybody on the enemy team, get lots of kills, upset lots of people, and get lots of people talking about how garbage the map design is in War Thunder. And maybe, just maybe, one day, they'll learn their lessons and make some adjustments. They'll put some uncanny rock obstacles. Rock obstacle! But it wasn't a rock. It was a rock lobster. Ah, ba, 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 da, ba, da. Rock lobster! Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Rock lobster! Okay. I don't know why I did that. It's just, sometimes it's just time for a B-52. Anyway, super broken tactical bombers joke aside, FlareX has gotten himself into a couple of good locations on this map that just happen to look directly into the enemy spawn. He's managed to use the still not terrible survivability of IS-6 to his advantage, and even though the armor penetration value of the gun is the weakest aspect of this premium Soviet heavy tank, he still manages to make his shots count. And with the fastest manual reload of any of the Soviet 122s that I can think of, as well as the medium tank levels of mobility, and again, not useless survivability of this heavy tank, even though it's seen better days, even though it faces much tougher competition than it used to face when it first came out, it can still be a monster. You shake the sauce? Okay, shake the sauce, baby. Spice things up. Make it nice and spicy.
Yeah.
Tasty food.
I'm making pizza.
You're making pizza? I'm so proud of you. Guppy, will you say hi to everybody?
Hi, bye.
I'll see if I can amplify that to the point where you guys can...
Bye-bye.
Say bye-bye!
Bye-bye.
It's not bye-bye time yet, baby. But you can say, can you say das vidanya? Yeah, dihidadanya, everybody. Das vidanya. Don't get any on ya. Flare, now moving from his position of locking down the enemy reinforcements to a bold strategy of eliminating those who slipped through the net. This is, flanker meta to the T, and yet he does get taken down before he can taste sweet victory, and that's going to be just about it for FlareXGamer in Papa Stalin's favorite bathtub. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's not going to be much longer before Flare's team gains the victory, a win in the war of attrition, brought to you by some questionable map design. What a man of culture. There's a beautiful, beautiful set of anime ladies there. Which one is that? Yimi? No, whose is that? I can't remember whose decal that is, but yeah, I think that's a girl as well. Close enough for anime. Coming in for the ground strike with the P-47. The only question is pizza. Oh, very tasty. I was gonna ask the question, but I think it's better to try this pizza right now. Very tasty. This is by far the soggiest pizza I have ever eaten. You want to try?
No.
You want Daddy to try? Oh, so tasty. Oh, that's very good. Yeah, I can see that there's like hair and bits of carpet. That's just lovely. That's quality pizza. There you go, baby. Much better than Gaijin's map design. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye. Guppy, say bye-bye.